halfway through Showdown Sunday we are as we roll on here at Minor League Esports, presented by APM Music. And Adam and Jay back on the call for the back half here on MLE 2. And we've got two great matchups here. One team just about out of the mathematical running for the playoffs. One team trying to get back in the conversation as the Puffins will take on the Spartans here. I'm joined by Grant, CFO, but you'll notice the name tag, it's McGrant today. Grant, how are you doing?
I'm doing great, Jay. How are you doing?
I'm okay. It's a bit cold. Canada's finally decided that winter is coming, and it's coming quickly like it always does up here. But here on Farmstead, it's still kind of warm. You know, the autumnal equinox is come and gone. The sun is kind of getting there. And the sun may be setting on the Spartans' playoff hopes here. 16 and 34, Grant. They need to run the table to have any chance about getting into the playoffs on this one. The Puffins, though, 5 games back of the wild card spot and looking for a big win here.
Yeah, absolutely. Puffins, they are still in the question on the bubble for playoffs, so they're definitely looking to take some games off the Spartans, but obviously Spartans want to finish strong. And, you know, being on a losing record, it gives you some time to think, and it lets you be like, hey, what kind of play style do we want to try? What's the improvements we want to make? Because we know we're out of the running, and that just allows them to experiment with each other. And you know, the big goal as you're playing Rocket League is just to get better, you know, climb the ranks, whether you care about them or not. And that's what Spartans will do. So probably not going to be the easiest of challenges for the Puffins, but let's take a look at some of the players. It doesn't look like anybody is on the team leaderboards. That's being played today, at least. However, Sparta, the only notable thing is that they have a almost, if you round it up, a 50% shooting accuracy, and that's the 8th highest in the league right now.
Yeah, also MVPR for Sparta, 5.03 through 20 games played. Definitely a consistent performer. On the side of the Spartans, however, nobody above 4.0 playing for them today. Trash Bandit and Skirky will be taking the field for them. I feel like this one really is the Puffin series to take, Grant. This is the type of matchup that at this time of the season, coming in when you're playing against your division rivals in the next 3 weeks, this is your chance to make hay against a team that, by all intents and purposes, are pretty much out of the running for the playoffs. And if you can't get the job done against the teams that you should be getting them done against, what hope do you really have against the teams that you need to be beating when it matters most?
Yeah, no, I totally agree with you, but we're going to get everybody on the field and see what goes down. It's kind of a little bit of a toss-up, if you will, but what are your predictions going into this? I'm going to go out and say that Spartans are going to lose 2-3, but that's just me.
We'll have to see how the early part of this works out, as it's Flash for the Puffins up early with the initial shot, kept away by the Spartans for the moment. Skirky, no boost, great 50 out as well, gets the midfield, but loses control of the ball here. And this is going to be a worry for me if you're the Spartans. If you're not getting good sequences of play this early on, then you have to start thinking about the adjustments to make. How are you going to get control of the play here and keep the Puffins from kind of influencing this a little bit further yourselves?
Well, it's actually a little bit of a tip that I learned while I was playing with one of my Grand Champ friends today. Yes, that's a shot from Flash, but you know, you kind of play it fast in your own half and then take it a little bit slow. You can rush around your half of the field as much as you want and do whatever you want, because the other team's not going to be so quick to push if they can't. So if you can control it a little bit while also moving the ball as quickly as you can and not backflipping like that, you're going to be able to make something happen of this Puffins offense.
A lot of it, I think, is going to come down to how much space the Puffins are willing to give the Spartans to come out of their own end. As the Puffins holding this in here, a little awkward in front of the net. Sparta, a little bit of a flick. It's just good enough to flip over the top. The Spartans down against their namesake here. Sparta makes it 1-0.
That ball shouldn't have stayed there for that long. I don't know what Trash Bandit was doing, trying to fake out a defender that's right on your front doorstep, but it doesn't work out very well for them. They've got a 1-0 lead for the Puffins.
And that one just kind of coming against a little bit of run of play for the Spartans. They were trying to get that ball clear. You talked about the backflip by Skirky looking for that interception at the midfield line. The Puffins, they didn't need to do a lot with that. They just needed to keep the Spartans net under pressure. They did a really good job of that. Find themselves in the lead here, but Skirky looking to counter for the Spartans. Again, losing control of this one. And I think the Puffins have realized they can just sit back, let the Spartans lose possession here, and then attack once the openings show up for them here. They don't need to do a lot mechanically, a lot spectacularly. Just play a little bit better in terms of game sense.
Oh yeah, absolutely. But there's a demo from Skirky out there. Spartans trying to create some space to move out, but also a demo coming out from Skirky as well. Puffins look to move back in, but you're right. They do get to sit back and watch the Spartans make some mistakes and try to capitalize on them, but they got to play a little bit further up if they want to get to the ball quick enough. When those mistakes happen, it's almost a shot from the Spartans, but it's blocked away by Sparta, and then Flash will try to take it out and continue offense for the Puffins.
Big missed opportunity for the Spartans. Their Trash Bandit winning both 50s to get that upfield and didn't quite get the read off the backboard out of the corner that was necessary for that. Allowed the Puffins to get back. Here's a passing play out front. Trash Bandit off the far post off the pass by Skirky. Again, the Spartans, a good look at the Puffins net, but they can't make it count.
Well, it's a great job at least making those attempts, because the more you can pepper the net with shots and the more pressure you can create, the quicker you're going to get your opponents to crack. But Puffins, like I was talking about, if you play slow, it's going to fake out the other team. That's exactly what happened to Skirky. There's one's flowing over. The Trash Bandit is own goal of this one.
Unfortunately for the Spartans on this play, they just never recover control of that ball in their corner. This one going wide. Don't think Trash Bandit really knew that. It looked dangerous, but less dangerous than I think it actually was, and the touch not good enough there, directed into the own net, and the Puffins will take those. It's 2-0 now. Skirky off the kickoff, again out of boost, and that touch really putting Trash Bandit in a tough spot. The Spartans, I think, just struggling a bit to kind of find their rhythm here in this game.
Yeah, absolutely. They just kind of hang back. It's not going too well. It's a shot down from the heavens. Sparta puts it up to a 3-0 lead for the Puffins. You take a look at this. It's an unfortunate pass up there by Skirky. They don't got boost to work with. They've overcommitted, and down the ball goes. It's a goal.
Just absolutely have to do better with that in your own end. This is Master League. These players are, you know, GC1 on the cusp of really kind of grinding up towards that top, you know, percentages in terms of the ranked ecosystem here. And those types of mistakes are the ones that better players will feed off of time and again, and that's what the Puffins are doing here. They're letting the Spartans make mistakes at the moment and really putting them to the sword. And it's tough when you're kind of in against it here, because on the surface of it, you might really not know what's going on. It's just a couple of loose touches here and there, and it's just players positioned better in a better spot to do more with the ball.
And it could have something to do with a bit of wrong place at the wrong time, but at the same time, Spartans, they're making these connections, at least from the passer to the shooter, but it's just not working. They can't find the shooting accuracy, and once again, a shot goes high. But at least it went over towards net, because you spend so much time missing your opportunities completely off of a whiff. It's really demoralizing.
Again, I think just a little bit more responsibility needed with the balls. Like that play by Trash Bandit there, it's not going to result in much, especially with the defender so well positioned, not to mention the fact that both Puffins were back in net in a good spot to clear that one away. Just needing to do a bit better with the ball overall, in my opinion, are the Spartans here. Another opportunity to try and run that at net, but Skirky in front of that play never really had a shooting angle, looking for one off the backboard. Again, just drops down, Flash in a perfect spot to take that away and puts the Spartans back under pressure.
Well, Trash Bandit coming down, running into Sparta along the way. Skirky up for this one. It's played back out to the midfield. Trash Bandit, another whiff though. We've seen him do it so many times. It's just not gonna work for them, and Sparta's missed their shot this time, going high off the backboard. They'll get one out to Flash. Maybe now it's intercepted by Skirky. 10 seconds, though. Time definitely has run out for the Spartans, and Puffins will take game number one, but Flash looking to put on some flashy style onto the net, and unfortunately, it's blocked away from them, but ball remains in the air. Trash Bandit tried to get a pass, but there's that 90-degree rule in the Rocket League physics. They're going to backflip.
Well, unfortunately for the Spartans, they never got going in this one and really did feel like they were kind of the architects of their own demise in game one, as the Puffins didn't really get through their defense by passing it back and forth, by being mechanically better. They just waited for the Spartans to let that ball, or to give the ball really to them in a lot of cases, and sometimes that's really just the best answer, is control the midfield by knowing your opposition just aren't going to get good clears on the ball.
Yeah, like we've been talking about the entire length of that game, it was just Puffins. They sit back, they await Spartans, they backflip. Okay, let's rush in on them, get a goal out of it. They can do whatever they want to, and like you said, they did kind of construct their own demise here by playing so passively. And Trash Bandit is a player I want to look at specifically who's had a lot of whiffs, and it's creating a lot of question marks in the rotations of Spartans, causing the Puffins to have such a wide open opportunity to shoot on a pretty much undefended net.
A lot of it, too, I think, fell on Skirky trying to initiate the breakout for the Spartans. A couple of opportunities to get a better clear than what was done, which left Trash Bandit kind of handcuffed on a couple of plays that the Puffins took full advantage of. So for the Spartans, again, I just want to see better personal responsibility with the ball, rather than really looking for a teammate or having aims to bring your teammate into the play. Do a little bit more yourself to pull a defender out of play instead, and let your teammate recognize that opportunity, rotate in, and find a little bit more success.
Yeah, and that was another thing that I brought up. One of the key factors in this Grand Champ 1 level gameplay is slow down when you're on the opponent's side of the field. You can bait them out, and Puffins have done so very effectively on their turns in offense. But we'll see what the Spartans are able to do, as we've got a fresh clock to work with. Trash Bandit getting a little freestyle action going on. Skirky's not going to find the dunk on Sparta. Instead, Flash from the back wall takes this one way outfield. Trash Bandit's got a 50 over the top of one. Sparta awaits this touch on the backboard. As Flash comes in from underneath them, it's a solid clear into almost empty space. Trash Bandit again popping it back up. Sparta out of their own corner. Skirky gonna pop it up high though, send it to the back wall. They've got it over the last one. It's an open net for Trash Bandit. There we go. Spartans coming in with the pass plays.
Much better from the Spartans here, as Skirky, seeing the Puffins in trouble, gets that midfield boost, controls the clearance lane. The Puffins never able to get that one out. It's a great piece of play as well by Skirky to set that pass up, beats the last defender, and Trash Bandit making the chance count. The Spartans getting on the board finally in this series in Game 2.
Well, hey, we know the Puffins are a more than capable team after that showing in game number 1. They'll get a demo to open things up, but they've got so much time to work with. Flash over the top of one. Spartans, maybe a bit of trust not being in favor of them as they double commit for that. But Sparta, will send this out into Spartan territory, but Skirky's already on the transition into Puffins area of play. Sparta taking it up high. Trash Bandit puts it down low. Looking for the bump, almost had it, but it's going to be another one. It looks like Spartans are the ones capitalizing on the mistakes of Puffins.
There you go. You don't need to force the play to happen. Give a little bit of respect potentially to that clear happening. When it doesn't, that's the time to strike. And Skirky comes in, drills that one dead center after Trash Bandit does the hard work winning that 50 high up against Sparta.
We'll see if the Puffins are able to find something here. This shot going wide to the right post, but Skirky has some time to race back and readjust the positioning of the ball. Trash Bandit up high once again. Puffins moving in. Sparta the pass down. It's going to be met by Skirky here, and so is Flash committing on that one. Doesn't get the boost grab, and that's going to put Spartans in a nice place to possibly score this one. Trash Bandit on the solo play. Flick up high, though. Goes to the back wall, and Flash will have a nice clear red off of it. Skirky down low. Fakes out one, but it's still pressure from the Puffins. Nice 50 out in the midfield. Lets the Puffins smoothly transition into offense, but Flash finally making their way up to this ball. Pass downfield to Sparta, who's found a shot. That's a redirect and a half.
A lot of this comes out of the Spartans positioning on the play. Skirky has control, but Trash Bandit cheating up a little bit, kind of expecting that lead pass that's really difficult to make happen from the position that Skirky was in. The Puffins just get that midfield control right. It's a 1-2 play. It's a great pass by Flash. It's finished off by Sparta under the bar. It's a 2-1 game.
Here comes Flash, missing the read off of that one. Not a lot of boost to work with. They've wasted the rest of it, but Sparta making up for it. Gonna try to take this one downfield. It's an open net. Somehow from Spartans will break it down for us, Jay.
Trash Bandit up, committed. Skirky misses touch. Puffins follow through. There isn't a lot to say about that one. You just gotta hit your touches, Grant.
Oh yeah. Been there, done that. Tough situation to be, but Puffins, just like that, have created a tie game scenario. And that just makes it a game overall. Spartans looking to get another one off an open net. The kickoff just nice and even. Trash Bandit first to get to it.
Sometimes things just go your way. Sometimes things don't. And in this case, it's a little of A, a little of B for both sides of the field here. The Puffins tried to cheat up on the kickoff. The Spartans did it better, and it's a 3-2 game.
Well, hey, that's life. Some things go your way, some things don't. But Trash Bandit getting faked out by the speed of Flash there. Skirky playing it back into the back wall this time around. Almost got the fake on the last defender, but Flash waiting upfield. They've got a shot. It's a tight angle, but they don't find the rebound. A their own touch. Instead, it's Trash Bandit taking it the other way. Sparta up for this one. The Puffins, they've got some space to work with. Never mind, that's a mistouch from Sparta and a whip from Flash. Spartans closing in, no fake there. Flash takes it for their own side wall. Flipping up in the air, getting some more freestyles, but instead it's a fake out. Trash Bandit realizes this. They've taken it upfield, and they're playing the slow game. Puffins, they're playing a little bit of aggression in their own half, and it's looking a little scary as Spartans still hold this lead.
The one thing that I think the Puffins are going to be able to hold in their back pocket is in transition off of these chances. Never mind the Spartans. They don't get this clear, and Sparta makes them pay. It's a good job by Flash. Picks this up, puts Trash Bandit in a tough spot, and Skirky committing on that play as well. Just not quite enough. Either trust or just commitment to the challenge. It's really tough to say, Grant, which way that one went, but Skirky pulls themselves out of position, and the Puffins will capitalize.
Yeah, I would put it on a trust axis here, but Spartans, they've got to keep it together. They got a 2-0 lead in the beginning, but they gave it up so easily. And then on that third goal going to the Puffins, it's a trust issue, and we talked about it a little bit last game. We didn't think it would be much of a problem at all, but apparently it is now as Puffins find themselves in a tie game yet again. But Skirky trying to make something of this ball. Out to the midfield maybe, but Sparta's got to close in on this one. Pass straight across. Flash has found the angle. No, they haven't. It's off the post, and they catch their own pass. Off the rebound. Puffins have the first lead of this game.
A lot of this play just comes down to Trash Bandit leaving too early. It's long before the replay ever starts, but there's an aggressive decision by Trash Bandit to start going upfield before Skirky ever really gets control of the play. The Puffins intercept, they put it back into tough spots, and the scramble by the Spartans just isn't enough to get that ball clear.
Not at all, but Flash looking to build upon this lead after the carry downfield, runs into Skirky's roof there. But Skirky's got a solid clear, using the whole of their roof to send that one away, catching Sparta almost off guard, but they've regrouped here, send another shot on, but Skirky's got a pass, luckily over to Trash Bandit. Puffins on the retreat now. Trash Bandit flicks it up high, met by Sparta. Skirky has to wait for it in the backfield as Sparta gets the pressure on it, and that's a cheeky little rebound from the Puffins there. Certainly calculated if you ask me, but Sparta's got to defend this off the back. Well, they do. Skirky putting more pressure on. Trash Bandit not going to commit to that. They know Flash is a consistent player. They know they're going to get it. The back pass not working out. It puts Puffins in an offensive spot this time around, and sending it around this time is Flash. Skirky, this is their touch as well. It's looking very dangerous. 30 seconds now. Puffins maintain this offensive pressure. It's only a matter of time before they either score or Spartans are even going to be able to get out of their own half.
Well, out of boost is Skirky. Trash Bandit lunging into the challenge, and the Puffins, they turned kind of nothing into something, Grant, as the Spartans just never got that ball clear. Once they lost it at midfield, once it came back at them, they just could not find a way to get that one back clear, and it was just 2 or 3 midfield rotations for the Puffins that finally cut them down. 2-goal lead, 17 seconds to go. Game 2 might have just swung fully in the Puffins' favor.
Yeah, and Puffins are also doing a great job here as they found another pass, and that's the dagger for sure if it wasn't already before. Flash off the pass, they beat out the first defender, pass it all the way around, gets it over the roof of Skirky, and Spartans losing a bit of confidence here.
That's unfortunate too, because Trash Bandit trying to contest the midfield boost ended up turning upfield instead of back towards net. Might have been able to track it down. It was a really quick play, but more importantly, Skirky coming out to try and challenge in the corner, kind of lunging in again at that. There's not really a scoring opportunity for the Puffins if that ball doesn't come out mid, as long as Skirky's in net. And that decision to challenge as early as they did kind of left no options left on defense with Trash Bandit already upfield.
Well, I was going to say this ball's still in the air as we're over here covering what's going on, but Puffins, they do walk away, and it looked a lot more shaky in the last half for Spartans. They held a lead for pretty much half the game, but unfortunately they lose it. But you look at the pressure from Puffins, especially kicking it on in the last half. 10 shots from Sparta. I think I saw that last night, so that's got to be a tie on the leaderboards once this sheet updates tomorrow. But Sparta, man, you're putting on a show, and you get that half shooting percentage, which is what they've been carrying with them throughout the season, being at a 49.7 shooting accuracy going into it. They've just done so here in impressive form.
But look at, more importantly, the quality of the shots that ended up happening. There wasn't, again, a lot of deception needed by Sparta to score 5 goals on 10 shots. It's just wait for opportunities that the Spartans are presenting. And a lot of that just comes down to the Spartans being inefficient with their boost levels and with the ball in their control. When they have opportunities to get it clear, Grant, they're not doing so in any effective way, shape, or form.
No, but Spartans, I feel for them, man. They are so close, and they had that momentum for them, and they just can't capitalize all the time. Having so little shots, it just doesn't do them well enough. They've got to stick to offense and not leave the ball. Puffins, though, they're doing a great job, and one of the key factors I wanted to talk about in the last match was they steal boost, and they do so effectively. They're able to recover as well. They can put themselves upfield on applying pressure, almost being an overcommit, but they turn it into an opportunity, and that's just something the Spartans seem to lack.
A lot of that, again, just coming down to inefficient use of the resources at the Spartans' disposal. If they're getting boost stolen, they need to just be a little bit more conservative with their positioning and with their boost levels. You see Trash Bandit having to turn away from that play to track that ball back because the initial touch by the Puffins already puts them under so much pressure. This one putting the Puffins net under pressure. It's just off by Trash Bandit, but you can see here, Grant, just not enough pressure being able to be applied after that first phase of transition.
No, none at all, but Sparta has already flipped the script on us and put Puffins in an offensive area to attack, but Trash Bandit's got a nice banger downfield. It might be on an open net. No, Flash was able to meet it in the backfield on the goal line. Now they're taking it downfield, but there's the Spartan aggression we need to see. Cutting it off at the mid-lines and keeping your offense going, but Flash, smart demo to open things back up, and looks like the Puffins might take their chances. Again, an offense floater downfield, but Trash Bandit is there. Flash, send it back out to midfield. They've got an option in Sparta. Instead, they got to take it on their own here, but it was a huge question last night in one of the matches, but solo plays versus opportunities. Now, granted, it didn't look like the Puffins teammate was quite ready for it, but taking it on a solo play certainly allowed the Spartans to capitalize and take it all the way back into the Puffins half.
I will always say that both types of plays in 2v2 have their place and time to shine. A lot of the time, the solo play is probably the better option because it forces defenders to make a decision in a lot of cases. Whereas in twos, the passing play often can be very telegraphed, and it's easy for a player, especially the first player in a line of challenge, to read that play, set themselves up to try to take the pass away, and be able to open up an opportunity for their partner behind to rotate into that space if they don't make that first challenge count.
Yeah, it's the first challenge that counts for sure, but man, it was, I'm just gonna say it, Big Poppy was the player of question last night, and every time they went up for a solo play, but the biggest thing that we noticed is that you waste so much boost, and you have to be consistent. You gotta land those shots, but Puffins actually, coincidentally, going to miss both of their opportunities. But solo plays, such a huge question mark. If you can't consistently hit them 100% of the time, there might not be a place for them in this level of play. But Skirky, they've got an opportunity of their own to take a ceiling shot downfield. They've been forced into this one, and that's why they take that opportunity. Now what you're talking about, Trash Bandit rotating back in effectively. Unfortunately, though, they couldn't make the touch, but it's a nice switch to see from the Spartans.
Dangerous touch, though, as Skirky up doesn't get great contact off the backboard to get that clear for the Spartans. And this is where you need to see a little bit more urgency on defense. You had the Puffins kind of committed upfield. You had them in a tough spot. Never mind. Skirky gets the protractor out, finds the back post, and it's a 1-0 game.
Well, I wanted to talk about this one for sure. I'm glad it went in. Trash Bandit bullied the heck out of Sparta for days, and it was just a 1v1 situation. Smart placement. I knew the second it was over their head. Oh, that was a goal. Well done by the Spartans to take a lead. Now let's just see if they can hang on to it.
Well, already off to a rough start off this kickoff as the Spartans fought over that midfield boost off the kickoff. Sparta through Trash Bandit, still under pressure is the Spartans net, but a weak shot by Flash won't be enough. Second chance here for the Spartans to get it clear. It'll count. Skirky catches the lofter from Trash Bandit, and it's 2-0.
Well, this is just unfortunate. You see Sparta miss, but Flash didn't realize that, I guess, because there's no way that they should have gone for that one. And that's just an easy goal and speed from the Spartans to capitalize upon.
Well, we've seen 2-0 leads for the Spartans before, Grant. It's a big question mark, though, whether or not they'll be able to keep this up. The good news for them, there's not a lot of time left. Just about 90 seconds to go here. This flash tipped away by Trash Bandit.
Well, they held it for the last time for 2 minutes and 30 seconds, I believe. So certainly they can do so with a minute less to work with, but Trash Bandit looking to extend out this lead, maybe pull out some more on their stats here, but Skirky's got dunked underneath. Sparta up high. Skirky finds a read off the pass from Trash Bandit. It's down into Puffins territory. Flash gonna take it up to the ceiling for now. A bit of a dribble, looking at the double. They don't find it, but it leaves it for Sparta, who's missed the ball. Looking like a lack of confidence for Puffins. Nobody home to make this. Oh wait, no, that was a goal steal.
A little too early for Sparta coming out of that one. Flash recovered off the ceiling to try and keep that one clear. And unfortunately, Sparta was just a little too far up to react to the way that ball came down in time. The Spartans will take advantage of that. 60 seconds left for them to get at least one game out of this set.
Yeah, but take a look at the stats right now. Skirky's got 100% shooting accuracy, or not again, but they've also picked up a hat trick along the way. Trash Bandit looking to make them have even more solid stats with 4 goals at the pass up high, and they get it. 4-0 Spartans, that's the nail in the coffin for this game.
Sparta just doesn't get contact on that clear. Flash comes across a little early as well. It gives a line for Skirky to dive in, waiting on that second rotation to line up the dunk. Better play from the Spartans. It took them 2.5 games to really kind of get it in gear. And I think if they can keep this momentum up, Grant, they could have a chance at least of getting another game out of this one, possibly the reverse sweep as well. But it has to start with maintaining what they're doing right here in Game 3.
Oh, absolutely. It's creating opportunities, maintaining pressure, and not missing those double commits there. But Sparta looking to capitalize. Instead, it's blocked away by Skirky. But, man, it's looking a little dangerous, but nothing that the Spartans can't handle for now. They'll extend it up to 5-0, but whew, Puffins, it's a huge lack of confidence that we're seeing. Lots of double commits, uncertainty, and maybe even a lack of trust. But Spartans keeping their composure, they pull out even further.
The garbage time goal for the Spartans on that one is the Puffins, I think, just kind of throwing stuff at the wall near the end of this game to see what sticks. They knew it was out of reach by this point here, 4-0 with half a minute to go. Speaking of throwing stuff and seeing what sticks, defensive miscue by the Spartans. This is what we were talking about, Grant, the things that we need to see them do correctly. Trash Bandit, I'm not sure what the thought process was on that. It's an easy boomer, it's an easy control, somehow doesn't get either one to work. And Sparta's just like, I will take a free goal to see off Game 3.
No, it's just like what you said. It was just not the best of a clear. Should have been easy, but they won't get what they need to. And it'll cost them a goal, but they can afford it now. Well, Sparta going to close on the goal differential for the stats, but hey, 0-second goal, they take those as well. Looking to build some momentum going in for the next game.
Right, but we talked about for the Spartans needing to continue to do things right. Yes, they win this game 5-2. In my opinion, it should have been 5-0. And for me, as an observer, this is a worrying trend. If you're not going to close out a game like this, what's to say that what happened in Game 2 isn't going to happen again? You stake yourselves out to a 3-0, 3-1 lead, somehow manage to find a way to lose that game by a significant margin. And if you can't keep that up for a long enough time frame, then it's just difficult to win games.
Yeah, and it'll play into the next game, certainly Puffins. I'm looking to keep my eyes on them as they might come out swinging early on in game number 4. It could be dangerous for the Spartans, leading to a 3-1 loss. But hey, it works for me because my prediction's 2-3 in the favor of Puffins rather. But we'll see what goes on. It's important, like you said, to keep that just goal differential wide open and close off the Puffins in those last seconds. Don't give them a chance to score. Don't give them that mentality that says, oh, well, I guess we can just catch them off guard and maybe take advantage of them next game.
Yeah, and of note, if you're keeping track at home, Sparta with the 2 late goals on 9 shots to bring the shooting percentage down just a little bit for the series, but not so much that I think it's going to matter. It's really kind of a tale of 2 games on that one, Grant. Like, yeah, the last 30 seconds or so were kind of a back and forth of who's going to make the bigger mistakes defensively, but again, watching the Spartans, those mistakes have been a trend throughout the course of this set so far. And if they cannot find a way to mitigate those for the majority of a game until they can get far enough ahead where those mistakes don't cost them the game, then this series is far from over.
Yeah, and Puffins, like I said, they lack confidence a bunch in that one, but certainly not there. Flash having plenty of it. They just couldn't get the goal on target, but man, Trash Bandit, they're going to take it out to the center. Flash awaits this one. You play it slow, it almost goes in. They'll get a demo on the way out, steals some boost, but Puffins, in my opinion, it was just an off game for them, but they've still got a shot to defend as Skirky dribbling that one down from the skies. There'll be an attempted pinch clear from Trash Bandit. It's going to cost them offensive pressure. Skirky's got the clear, at least up high. They don't got much boost to work with, so they can't reach it. Sparta puts another floater on. Strong clear for Trash Bandit. Skirky missing the read a little bit there, but Trash Bandit can't find a double in the corner. They should be able to cut this one off successfully, and they do so. Sparta down low, puts it up high for Skirky. Now it's just a matter of time for the Spartans. They've got so much pressure rolling. They've been in the Puffins half for most of this game, but let's see what the Puffins do here.
The longer they hold the Puffins scoreless, I think the better for the Spartans in this game. They were able to do so in Game 3 to pretty good effect, and then finally found their opportunities on chances like this, where they kind of catch the Puffins in a weird spot. One demo on Sparta opens up room, Flash gets stuck trying to look for boost or a play on the ball. Then ultimately the Spartans regain control of the field, although not for very long in this case.
No, not at all, but Trash Bandit trying to spice things up in their own half, but Sparta has read them well. Good patience while I take it back. They've been flicked now, and that's an incredible play from Trash Bandit. Bait in two defenders at the same time. Take it all the way and put it in.
Perfect play by Trash Bandit on this one. Found that first scene between Sparta and Flash coming out of the corner. It forced Flash to make the decision to challenge a shadow. Challenge was picked. It was the wrong decision, as Trash Bandit picked up a great flick to put that in. The Spartans take the lead in Game 4.
It looks like the Spartans are even adapting to the playstyle of Puffins. They're like, hey, okay, so they're going to challenge for some stupid things here, and we can catch them out on several double commits, and that's exactly what Trash Bandit knew and applied to their play in that dribble, and it worked out super duper well for them. But there's still 3 minutes on the clock, plenty of time for the Puffins to score a goal. There's a little silly commit there from Sparta will take it in happily.
I was just thinking the same thing. Trash Bandit, no business trying to challenge that ball. It's so far away. There's so little boost in the tank. There's no real momentum for you to try and get out to that one. And the Puffins, they get one beat. It's enough to open the net up with Skirky so far already at field off the initial challenge.
Well, hey, now both teams have a double commit capitalization attested to their name. Trash Bandit looks to get a little physical on their own half here. They'll take it out quickly. Has Skirky as an option, but it's on net anyway. Skirky gets the steal for the second game in a row.
Speaking of double commits, in the corner again for the Puffins. Sparta and Flash both behind this play, both chasing it as soon as Trash Bandit wins that challenge. And Skirky with the goal confirmation will take that to the bank, and it's 2-1.
It's a great play from the Spartans. They've been able to catch Puffins off guard so many times. I'm almost 100% positive that they are adapting to the way that the Puffins have controlled them in the rest of the series. And now it's Spartans in command. Trash Bandit looks to get it around one. Flash has found themselves a solid clear for first time in a while. Flash awaits this one. They played out slow, which has worked for them in the past. Trash Bandit, though, gets back, almost making a horrible mistake going for boost, but they realize it soon enough. Able to save themselves from that. But Puffins, they found a physical play again, and it goes wide to the back post. And Trash Bandit this time taking a page out of the Puffins playbook to open it up on defense.
That was a good chance for the Puffins to try and tie this game up. The demo timing, I think, just a little too close to when the last possible play for the ball was going to happen for Flash. There was no real ability to slow that down and control it to take full advantage of the space created by Sparta's demo, and I think that's a big chance it's going to go by the wayside for the Puffins.
And it's so fascinating to watch as Spartans have really just been in command and taking control of this. Puffins, they were catching them out on all the double commits and everything and every single mistake that they had to make, but Spartans doing the exact same thing to the Puffins. They're giving them a taste of their own medicine. The Skirky plays this up to the mid-lines. They've flicked it over. This one finds its way into the net, rolling off the post. Skirky will happily take 2 goals to their name.
You talk about giving the Puffins a taste of their own medicine. That right there is textbook example A1. Flash with a really awkward touch at midfield that loses control of the ball, forcing Sparta to make a decision to challenge or shadow, and Skirky a little bit of a control play to bring that down and get the flick past.
Well, Sparta's dropped it down, but Trash Bandit doesn't make the capitalization this time around. They still maintain the offense. Skirky waiting in the backfield. It's a good 50 from Flash, back out for themselves. Skirky playing it in. It's such a crucial thing in every game mode. Whether you're playing 2s or 3s, keep the ball on your opponent's half by any means necessary. Apply that pressure. The Puffins, they tried to break themselves out of it. Flash, this time, taking that page out of, I guess, my calling playbook here and keeping it on the pressure, but they've still got 2 goals to make up for this deficit they find themselves in.
A good decision as well by Flash to go back, just recognizing the ability of the Spartans at that juncture to get that ball long back into Puffins territory, but not so under control that they're able to follow it up. Go back, get the boomer back in. They don't get a shot away from it, but it's the right idea. It just needs to be a little bit more successful for the Puffins here.
Yeah, and Sparta should have had that shot. You saw one of the Spartans defenders go up for it because they knew where they were going to shoot from, but Sparta just wasn't there, and it was so confusing to me. That should have been a certain goal. At least a shot, but there was nothing to be found. Flash has to make up for it, but 7 seconds, not enough time on the clock. Trash Bandits found a pinch towards the net. They might find themselves a 4th goal here, but it's blocked by Flash. Ball remains in the air. Now it touches. Spartans have just pulled away with a game point, and we're going to a game 5 decider.
I think the most important thing about the context of this game is that the Spartans were able to build off of what they were successful in game 3, and the Puffins were equally as detrimental to their own ability to win this game as they were in game 3 that they ended up losing. They just gave the Spartans opportunities to make something happen, and the Spartans, for whatever reason, in comparison to games 1 and 2, were just much better able to take advantage of those situations. This is damaging too for the Puffins playoff hopes. They're already 5 games back coming into this series of that wildcard spot. They needed a big win here to really make up ground on other teams that they don't have an opportunity to play head to head for the rest of the regular season. This was their chance to do that, and now being stuck in a 3-2 or even worse, a 2-3 scenario in this match, I think this is a really rough spot for the Puffins to be in now.
Yeah, and it's a little bit of a shock to the system. You go in, you're like, Spartans are not going to be that much of a threat, are they? Well, apparently they are. They put us to a game 5 decider, and it's a really scary situation to be in. Spartans, their mentality's high. They're like, okay, cool. Just keep the comms flowing. Let's do what we're doing. We're doing a great job at just giving them everything that they were giving us, and it works out so incredibly well. It's such a mature team, both in the head mentally and just talking about playbooks and plays in the game. It's so mature, and there's no better word to describe it than that one right there. Spartans, they'll look to put on a bit more of a challenge as Flash has got a shot towards net.
Good read too by Skirky. Trash Bandit died for the clear, but was able to get that in a really good spot for Skirky to try and relay that. Now the Puffins, they'll slow this down, but it lets the Spartans get that midfield line in, and knowing that the dribble is how they're going to be getting that ball out, it just makes the challenge so much more simple for the Spartans to bring in from midfield.
And Skirky looking to bring it past midfield this time around, but Trash Bandit going to have the boom all the way down. Flash waits down low, but that's great speed from Bandit, playing it out to Skirky. No shot net. So it's blocked away by Sparta, who might have the next touch. Instead, they leave it for Flash. Skirky back in off the side wall. Waits this one down low. No boost to their name, but Sparta's cleared it away effectively. They're rolling down quickly. As a minute is already expired off the clock. Sparta making their way down from the heavens. Here's Trash Bandit, though, with a clear. Flash getting aggressive. They got to watch the double commits, though, because it could be just looking like that. Sparta up high, looking for the flip reset. They don't find it, and Skirky has got some more space, but Puffins were definitely caught out on a double commit at one point or another.
Or worse still, they managed to give up the midfield to a Spartans player without boost. Skirky with the free clear against that Spartans midfield in retreat. And those chances to keep that ball in play on the Spartans end, you talked about it a little bit last game, Grant. Try to keep that ball in play on your opposition half by any means necessary. This one setting up for the double touch by Sparta off the backboard, but can't find the rangefinder on that one. It's high and wide to the left side.
And Flash tried to take over as well there. The touch from Skirky doesn't go in the favor of Spartans, but Sparta moving downfield very slowly, no boost to work with, trying to knock Bandit off their game here, but Flash instead gets rid of Skirky in the defense. It's almost a wide open net. Trash Bandit thought they had it and they pushed into it, but it's a great job for the Puffins to get back. Sparta carrying it even further down the field. Trash Bandit waits this on the back wall. Skirky awaits on the back post. This should be a nice clear for them. No, they're bumped out of the play. Great jump on the Puffins, but Flash cannot capitalize, and that's detrimental.
So important for the Puffins to try and take advantage of that play. It's just a little bit too much to handle for either player on the Puffins side as that one develops. And eventually, I think it was the final touch by Sparta that just kind of kicked the ball up. Speaking of kicking the ball up, Trash Bandit on the setup here. It's a low clear by Sparta. It's right to a waiting Spartans player. A little bit of interference by Skirky on Flash ensures that there's no line for a save on that play, and the Spartans, halfway through Game 5, have the 1-0 lead.
Well, we talk a lot about maturity in the Spartans. It's something that they've definitely held a strong advantage in this Game 4, or Game 5, but FOR is what I was trying to say here. But Spartans, they're so well versed in the way that they think about the game. In Puffins, they've let things loose and they just let it get to them, and Flash is going to have yet another whiff. But both players now making mistakes in such a crucial part of the series. It could lead to their demise as Trash Bandit tried to find the read off the double touch, but they do not find it.
Brilliant setup play, though. They get the demo on the back rotation, turn that around through the midfield boost into a 1-2 passing play off the backboard. It doesn't come off for them, but that disruptive ability for the Spartans in their rotation selection right now to make it harder for the Puffins to get that ball clear and keep it clear is going to go a long way, especially with them in the lead right now as time ticks away.
Yeah, well, Trash Bandit's got a strong clear downfield off the back, or the side wall. They found a shot in the upper 90. Spartans, they're building a lead effectively.
Just finds again the seam between the Puffins players in rotation. Flash is really narrow to that, choosing to go for the boost underneath the arc of the ball. There's no option for Flash to play that one. Puts Sparta in a tough spot again. Has to decide to go. Decides to go. Gets beat.
Well, Trash Bandit looks to create yet another play with their team here, but it's blocked by Flash to the side. Up for this is Sparta. Out to Skirky. You should catch it on the way down, but Sparta played it so well in the air to get the extra dunk. Flash, though, should have gone for a shot. Never mind. I don't even need to talk because Sparta has closed the gap a little more.
Good dunk by Sparta on the first one, and then the boost grab as well. Ran Skirky out of options. The 50 by Flash just leaves enough on the doorstep for Sparta to finish that rotation off and take advantage of this boost-deprived Spartans roster. Game not over yet, 76 seconds to go, and the Puffins looking for one more.
See, that's the part that I didn't see, what you mentioned, the boost grab, allowing the player to swing back around. So well done, but oh man, that lead is going to come right back to the Spartans via the Trash Bandit.
Flash needed, I think, to aggressively pursue that ball up the backboard first. Once you let it bounce and try to turn towards it to read where it's coming down, you put yourself at such a disadvantage against the player attacking that one towards your own backboard. Leaves the opportunity there. 3-1 Spartans.
Oh, it almost became a 3-2 off the flick from Flash, but Skirky coming in clutch with a save, passing it out for their teammate, catching the Spartans on a double commit. We've got a minute to go and 1 goal to go for the for the Puffins.
Not sure what happened on that play. I didn't quite catch if Skirky didn't get the boost or not, but Trash Bandit just aggressively into the same play. It's a double commit beat by a single challenge, and that's the worst place to be in twos.
Well, Flash has just found themselves a kickoff. No, it was a fake from the Spartans, and Skirky's opened up the front field, looking to get this lead back immediately again. Trash Bandit found the redirect, but Sparta found the save, and now the Spartans have to regroup as Puffins, they're moving downfield real quick here. Pass over to Sparta. It's a whip from both players. They tried to read each other, and it just doesn't work. But Spartans, they've got so much time to kill. 25 seconds has winded down here on the clock. Skirky takes it out, maybe one last chance, but Sparta's got a shot. Flash with the demo. No, they missed it entirely, and Bandits get out of the way. Flick over the top of one. Flash is gonna meet this. 10 seconds. Puffins, it's now or never, do or die. Skirky up high, blocks it down. Strong clear from Flash, but Sparta's got a long way to make downfield. It's actually a pass over, floater in, it's blocked. Oh my goodness, Sparta!
Just enough height on this ball, just enough float that it makes Trash Bandit have to play it. Needed to hit the crossbar with it and couldn't do it. Sparta follows it up. It's a 3-3 game. Game 5, 2-2 series, golden goal to decide it.
That is Sparta, but oh no, it's tragic. That's not what we wanted. Trash Bandit takes an easy one off the kickoff. It's not what anybody wanted to see, but it's a quick reminder to stay on your toes. Don't let the hype get to your head. The maturity of Spartans pushes them in to the Game 5 deciding victory. Well done by the underdog.
And keep in mind, too, that was a reverse sweep by the Spartans, who lost games 1 and 2 relatively handily, I have to say. It came into, on that kickoff, the Puffins aggressively pursuing the kill on that kickoff. Trash Bandit won a banger off the sideboards, and it caught Sparta out. They went up, tried to get the clear on it, and no touch coming in, left the 2-on-0 open. The Spartans, again, you talk about maturity. That was a lot of emotional maturity to be able to rally from those two losses that really you were outplayed. To be blunt, the Puffins were the better team in games 1 and 2. They just forgot that they were the better team in 3, 4, and 5, and the Spartans took advantage, and they really made them pay for that.
Yeah, absolutely. Puffins, they just struggled to find some chemistry. And I talked a little bit about tilt factor too. You know, making these mistakes, it's easy to beat yourself up for it, but obviously you don't want to do that, because in the end, it led to the downfall of the Puffins. And unfortunately, that's a win to Spartans, but great job for them. You know, I guess I did predict it. No, I thought Puffins were gonna, I don't even remember my prediction, but I remember it was 2-3, so I got that part right. But the thing I can't believe is that that's only our first series together, Jay. We still have another one coming up, and I just cannot wait.
Yeah, you don't want to miss this one. 2 of the top teams in Champion League go head-to-head as the Demolition will face the Tyrants in the Champion League. Don't go anywhere. You're watching Minor League Esports presented by APM Music. Stay with us.